Here is the wild thing most witches never realize. Your income isn't random. Your energy isn't random. Your tarot clarity sure as shit isn't random. It all moves with the moon. When you work with the phases instead of against them, you stop forcing launches at full moon when you're emotionally fried, and you stop judging yourself for needing rest during the dark moon. This is the cheat code that no one teaches us. Hey, lovely. I am Carla-Jayne. I am the Practical Magic Coach. I am a tarot slinging business witch, visibility coach, and your new favourite spicy voice of reason. I teach witches and spiritual entrepreneurs how to stop overthinking, get seen, and make money in ways that feels authentic. If you want clarity, confidence, and content that cuts through the noise, subscribe. You're going to love it here. So let's talk about the moon phase cheat codes. And I'm going to give you a very quick breakdown for you because witches, we love a practical map. So number one is the new moon. It is clarity and intention. Then we go into the waxing phases or the growing phases of the moon. And that is action and building momentum. And then we hit the full moon. Everyone knows what the full moon is. And it is about visibility and receiving. We love a full moon. And then we go into the waning or releasing moons, which is refining and releasing, obviously. And then we hit the dark moon, which is one that not everyone knows about. And this is a time for rest and reset before we wipe the slate clean with the new moon. Most witches are trying to do all 5 of these phases during every week, and then wondering why they are exhausted and one broken nail away from peeling their face off with a spoon. Even if you are a no structure rebel and love to be spontaneous, your actions will land harder if they match the phase. Ask me how I know this. Spoiler alert. Little Miss Rebel over here finally giving in to the structure and then actually seeing results when I did. Funny that. I'm going to give you another cheat code. For the moon phase cycles, you can also layer in your magical tools. So, in particular, tarot. This is where tarot becomes your co-strategist. You can either find these cards that I'm going to share with you by just looking for them in your deck and meditating on them, or my personal favourite is to shuffle, find the card that's in front of the card that we're going to talk about, and that is what's most important to this phase, and then the card that's directly behind it, and that is what is hidden from your perspective. And then these cards can be used as guidance anchors for each phase. Let's have a look at the new moon. It is the Ace of Swords. Okay, we've got this gem right here. The question to ask when you find the Ace of Swords is, what is the cleanest idea right now? The Ace of Swords is where you find inspiration. You look at big picture ideas, you allow new thoughts to generate, and you connect to your higher self and speak shit into reality. This is also the main energy for the new moon. And then we have the waxing moon phases. And we are looking at this bad boy, the Magician. What's the easiest action available to me? Are you using all of your resources and skills? Can you remind yourself that you actually have everything that you need? You just need to take action. Building on the new moon's speaking things into existence as well is the perfect thing to do during these moon phases. Then we hit the full moon and my favorite card in the deck, the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is going to ask, how can I be seen without burning out? So this is where you start sharing your journey, and this becomes inspirational for other people. When you show up as a leader, it will help you to propel yourself forward, even if you don't fully believe it yet. Let your community support you as you support them, and then allow yourself to be recharged by the moon's light. Then we go into the waning moon and we hit the 6 of Swords. What needs simplifying or letting go? You want to be thinking about things that need to be cut and released so you can move towards calmer waters. We want to let go of that baggage and then reflect on your progress and, of course, stay grateful. And then the last card and the phase that not everyone tends to know about is the dark moon. And this is the Hermit. What am I avoiding feeling? This is a time for deep introspection and shadow work, and consider taking the time to do readings for yourself, journal, and obviously rest. Tarot is not a predictor of your life. It isn't. It is a calibration tool, so use it to your advantage. This took me a minute to get this pattern, okay? I found that I am naturally more alive during the new moon. Looking back, I always have been. Full moons flatten me like a pancake, emotionally, energetically, and creatively. Before my hysterectomy, my periods would absolutely sync up to the full moon, and I would be doubled over with pain, trying to show up because some bro marketer said that visibility doesn't take a day off. Fuck off. Like, nobody cares. Absolute bollocks. Once I let myself use new moon fire and then rest during the full moon drain, my output became consistent, surprisingly enough, and not chaotic. Even though, yes, I am a chaos witch, but nobody likes to be in chaos all the time. And when you get consistency, this equals consistent income as well. And I found that after the roller coaster incident, when everything in my life was up for review, I realized that my patterns always shifted with the lunar cycles. Clarity, the confidence, the I am fucking done with this moment. That is when tarot plus the moon phases became my actual business strategy, not just a vibe. I'm not an aesthetic witch. I'm not about that. You should see my altar. It's really fucking messy. No matter who you are, you've lived this. You try to force yourself to be productive on a day that your brain feels like mashed fucking potatoes. You push through, you guilt trip yourself, and you sit there staring at the screen, just not braining. And then magically, 2 days later, you're buzzing with ideas and clarity for no fucking logical reason. That is not motivation. That is the cycle that you are going through. And when you stop fighting the cycle, everything you create starts landing more easily, including money. It's not laziness, okay? It's probably not ADHD. It is timing. I know that ADHD can also play a huge impact in that, and I am here for all of our neurospicy baddies. But the thing is, your income stabilizes the moment your energy does. And your energy stabilizes when you stop expecting yourself to be in launch mode 24/7. No one can sustain that unless you have a whole team behind you. And even then, you're likely to have a plethora of healers on call when you do feel the energetic pinch. However, in reality, most of us are usually one-woman bands, maybe with one team member. So knowing your energy cycles becomes even more important. And working with moon phases means you sell when you're powerful. You rest when you need it. You refine when you're objective and have perspective. You receive when you're open. And you stop wasting time when your nervous system is fried. This is the difference between witches who burn out and witches who build sustainable, soul-aligned income. So if you want to sync your cash flow with the moon instead of fighting your own energy, grab the Lunar Cash Flow Rituals freebie down below. It pairs perfectly with this work. And if this lit something up within you, tap like, drop me a comment and subscribe. This helps the magic reach more witches who need it, just like you.